All right, this thing just came out of nowhere, so it seems. Over 20,000 have been evacuated as wildfires are tearing through Northern California, including the state's precious wine country. Fox News correspondent Claudia Cowan in Sonoma County, California, with the latest. Holy cow, Claudia, what's the latest here?
You know, Neil, it's going to take many days to assess all the damage from this ferocious and fast-moving wildfire that continues to burn out of control. But all across wine country, Napa and Sonoma County, are scenes like this one. This was an iconic dairy, and you can see it continues to smolder this morning. This is one of more than 1,500 homes and businesses that were destroyed in this inferno that erupted overnight and has now burned more than 60,000 acres. And this is just one fire event. There are 14 major wildfires burning across Northern California, and officials have confirmed one fatality at a fire in Mendocino County. That's about 100 miles away. Now, there could be injuries here as well. We just don't know. Cell service is spotty. There is limited internet access, and a lot of people are frantically searching for loved ones. A number of residents have been reported missing. As you mentioned, some 20,000 people have been evacuated, and thousands of firefighters are battling the flames. Again, Neil, this fire continues to burn out of control and has scorched 60,000 acres here in Napa and Sonoma counties. Just a tragedy. Back to you.
Claudia, when did it start and how did it escalate so fast?
Well, there have been very strong winds. When I went to bed at about 10 o'clock last night, this was one small wildfire, about 200 acres. When I went to work this morning, it had erupted into multiple fires that had jumped mountain ridges and freeways and had just grown, pushed by these very strong winds, sustained of about 15 to 20 miles per hour, but gusts of up to 70 miles per hour. It's the same kind of conditions we saw in 1991 when a fire raged through the Oakland Hills. It was that same kind of weather conditions here. The winds have calmed down, so that is good news. It should give firefighters a chance to get those tankers and choppers up in the air, really get a handle on the front lines of this inferno. But we do have a red flag warning in effect through tomorrow, and as you can probably tell, very unhealthy air.
Yeah, it's looking like that. We were showing the Anaheim area, to your point, that this is how widespread it is. I know Governor Jerry Brown has indicated that anyone who thinks that this is under control is wrong. It's not under control, but how are they battling this now as it spreads in different areas?
Well, it's going to be an air attack. In fact, we have the converted modified 747 on its way to help battle the flames. This is mostly a wildfire, though we know a number, 1,500 homes and other structures have been lost. But it's going to be an air attack. Of course, we have crews building containment lines and setting up perimeters on the ground as well. This is going to be the top priority firefight in the country, and it is well underway today. Visibility, of course, will be an issue for those tankers and those choppers. It is pretty thick out here, but it's going to be mostly an air assault, Neil.
Also, when I hear the governor's office talk about people who are unaccounted for and all of that, do we know numbers on that, or any update on that?
Not yet, Neil. I can tell you that a number of evacuation centers have been set up at fairgrounds, churches, schools. Obviously, school canceled today, and people are filing in looking for their relatives, for their loved ones, trying to check on their property. But with cell phone service so spotty and the internet down, it's made it very tough going. And as I mentioned, a number of residents have been reported missing, but hopefully we'll get those numbers soon.
All right. We're also getting several reports, as you're speaking, so I don't want to just drop this on you, that a number of hospitals have been evacuated along the path of this. Do we know what has happened to the patients in those hospitals?
Well, we saw a long line of paramedic units and ambulances as we were coming up toward the Napa area, heading south on Highway 101. There are hospitals in Marin County, certainly San Francisco, and along the way, it's likely that some of those critical care patients were taken to those hospitals, as well as on the East Bay side to Oakland and Berkeley.
All right, Claudia, thank you. Very good reporting on this. I know in fast-changing and moving developments, we should also let you know, to follow up on what Claudia was saying, that a number of evacuation centers that have already been set up in and around the area are already filled to capacity as a number of people are fleeing. And if in doubt, and even if their homes or businesses are not directly in harm's way, they're getting out of harm's way.